Suanes Comb by Roaming Reflections. A charming village on the steep banks of the Kentish shore of Father Thames. Our soul shivers under the creep of a growing shadow. A callous grip of progress imprisons us within its clutches, extruding every last drop of our lifeblood. Its claw then digs down under the soil and deposits more waste, splinters under our skin. Roots of concrete and cable where once a wood of nature had a hold, where a lady laid her head thousands of years before. The little life left by previous hands of fate is throttled by this grip, whilst a promise of a better existence seems to be stuck on repeat. Neither flora nor fauna can escape the grab and dump of progress. Even our very name is thrown aside for one from the past. A tributary moved and buried in one of many previous exfoliations of both terrain and character. The peaceful watery grave of our watermill, now part of the silt it once disturbed. A stone bridge where a royal battle was once lost has met the same fate. In a guise of green, we get red and brown and grey. In a guise of community, we disappear amongst strangers who have no passion for our home. Our pubs and churches were many, but now mostly committed to memory. Like the joy of boating, electric cinema, and swimming in our very own pool. Our services buckle under the weight of this abhorrent improvement, this unstoppable monstrous giant whose great foot reshapes our print. The only constant is the great river at our head. The fleeting beauty to the east is long gone, its descendants being speeding metal tubes which burrow under the river towards the city. Regular migrants from surrounding towns and those afar flock to make dream purchases in a mall disguised as a lagoon. At our feet, where once a conquering king was persuaded from completing his invasion, snakes the great clogged concrete artery, coast or city-bound, threatening the return of smog with the design of a so-called pleasure park, attracting more misery and strangulation of our movement. But hey, cheap employment for the cheap locals. Trapped in the centre, surrounded by strangers, engulfed by the breath of this monster, we are smothered, silenced. This unstoppable destroyer that's all things profit-making. We become the debacle, the unattractive misfits in our own domicile. Oast houses, orchards, farmlands, mansions and manors, our combs, lost under chalk dust, led by an empire of cement, we are unkept. Yet the shadow creeps closer, relentless. The devouring of any beauty never ceases. Where a seaman is said to have descended the chain of an anchor fallen from the sky, we need a miracle. Yet the three witches seem to haunt us with their spells. Our females, are we no better now? And our males, our own slandering our own. The holy city is being plugged. But with our witches were garland-donned virgins, adding virtue to our spellbounding ancestry, where once pilgrims flocked on their way to Canterbury, to our ancient church, our beautiful place with a French relic so holy. Our identity is mostly unknown, but now being buried under a garden of unaffordable miniature abodes, we are alone, between boroughs who either don't have or don't want responsibility for us. We dutifully pay our dues to sing our blues.